Hi guys, it's your favorite technical analyst here again today, and I am Gift Artrino. Welcome to the 7th episode of Chat Time series. Now, Chat Time series is that part of my YouTube where I come here to show traders and investors how I trade and analyze the financial market using the top-down analysis approach, a proven strategy that helps you make profit in the market. So in my last video, I was here to actually analyze and show you guys how I trade, the financial market using this approach. And guess what? I made a call on GBPUSD, EURUSD, and oil, and guess what? It actually went exactly as forecasted. So that is exactly why I'm here again today to show you guys how I did that. And in today's video, I'll further share with you how I did that in the market, and also show you the potential opportunities that are pretty much presenting itself in the market. Without further ado, let's go into today's video. Right, welcome to my charts, guys. So before I go further, please, if this is the first time you're coming to my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and hit the notification button so that whenever I make videos like this, you get the notifications as soon as possible, as the market waits for nobody. So it's very important that when I make trade calls like this, you get it as soon as possible, and then you could actually jump on the trade. So in my last video, I actually analyzed GBPUSD using the top-down analysis approach. Like I always preach, the top-down analysis approach is an approach that helps you, that requires you to, make your analysis of the highest time frame, and then you scale down to the lowest to trade in the overall direction. So in my last video, I showed to you guys that the market is actually a fallen market. And how do I know that? It's very simple. Using the trend line tool, it pretty much just shows you that this market is a bearish market. So if you have buying biases, that might actually be for the short term. For example, during October 2022, we saw the price of the pound was going high pretty much, but it was just a simple pullback. It's a short-term buying bias, because at the end of the day, the overall trend is going to always lead. Like regardless, the overall trend is always going to lead, and that is why it got to certain levels at this area of resistance, and you see price shooting back down to the downside. And if you look at this very well as well, the Fibonacci also further tells us that this is a bearish market, because at the end of the day, you can tell looking at the Fibonacci points A, B, C. The C is resting very well on a major resistance level, and it's holding the 0.5 to 0.6 region is holding on the Fibonacci level. And on this very area, you can see the resistance level, the major resistance level aligns with the Fibonacci level 0.5 to 0.6, and we have our trend line also further giving us confluence. So when the Fibonacci, the trend line, a major level holds like that, and they all give us strong confluences, best believe that is going to play out. And that is just exactly what I saw on the monthly time frame, and I knew this was a call for a sell. And sorry about that, it's raining here. So it's very important that you also know that in the short term, or on the lower time frame, you might always find different bias. For example, on the lower time frame, you might be seeing bullish biases on the lower time frame. But best believe, regardless of whatever happens on lower time frame, the highest time frame or the higher time frame is king over the lower time frame. So whatever bias it is you're going to stick to when you're about to hit a position, you should always look forward to what is happening, what's the big picture telling you. For me, the big picture on the pound USD is telling me that the pound is going to drop, the pound is going to lose its strength, and lower time frame might be saying otherwise, but I'm definitely going to stick to my gun, because this is what it is. It has always been what it is, the top-down analysis. So at the course of the first week of September, I actually started shorting this market around this area. So I had my entry on the 4-hour time frame. Sorry about that. So I started shorting this market around this area. this particular area. So I took a sell here and I held this trade down to this very end. So in the last 2 3 weeks, I've actually been short in this market. So I mean, it just hit my stop loss last week and it was very, very amazing. And that's because at the end of the day, I knew that was going to happen, and I was supposed to even have another entry here because I saw on the 4 hour time frame an evidence head and shoulder reversal pattern further appeared, and that shows that the market was going to go down. For some reason, I was actually not on the chart, so I actually missed, taking another entry here. And this was pretty much about 100 and I think 80 something p movement in the space of about 2 weeks. Yeah, in the space of about 2 weeks. Exactly 183 pip movements in the space of about 2 weeks. So that's a very big move or huge move to catch, really. And the reason why I was able to catch that is simply because, I mean, at the end of the day, the top down analysis helps does the trick. So moving forward, basically, what's the faith? What's the faith of the pound USD? My bias on the pound USD is still a short, a short self bias. I still look forward to short in this market. So there are various criteria or certain criteria I'm looking forward to seeing so that I would continue to hold this. And these are what the criteria is. Now, I mean, from the daily time frame, you would also see that there are obvious lower highs and lower low structure, right? Market structure taking place. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So I expect a lower high around this area, right? And then a lower low. Now, there's a bone of contention in this area of the market, and that is this black bar here. So this black bar is a bone of contention. So I'm very, very concerned. So that area is actually 1.23873. So the truth is, price might just hold strongly here and then begin to shoot up, and that would overall change our bias. However, I believe that this area will definitely break. So once this area breaks, the 1.2837 support level, once it breaks and it becomes a significant area of resistance, trust me, best believe the next target level for the pound USD is going to be 1.2099. I'll say that again. Once we break this major bone of contention, which is the 1.23887 region, the next target level is going to be 1.2099, because at the end of the day, once we break this level and this level becomes a resistance, trust me, the next target level is actually this blue bar. And how do I know that? It's actually very simple, because remember I said on the highest time frame, the monthly time frame, we can see a significant confluence holding from our trend line, our major resistance level is holding, and also we also have Fibonacci all pointing down to the downside, and that is exactly why my bias on the pound USD is short. Mind you, my only area of concern is if this black bar here, if it holds significantly, I would bounce off it to the upside. Definitely, I'll just the trading idea here is going to change. So what exactly am I looking at? What kind of setup am I looking at to jump into this market? So like I said, on the 4 hour time frame, you can see it. So as long as we trade below this trend line, and we break this black bar, the next target level is actually this area, the blue bar, about 1.2095. That is going to be the next target level. So as long as we break this bar, that is going to be the next target level. However, if that doesn't happen, my bias changes. I see it on my hand. So that is my overall bias for the pound USD. In the meantime, I want to see a setup like this. I want to see a breakout to the downside like this, a retest. Like I said, I want this black bar, this area of contention, I want it to become a significant resistance level. I want it to hold significantly as a resistance. Once it does that, definitely my criteria is definitely will be met, and I would open for more shorts. So that is what I'm looking for or looking out for the pound USD. So another pair that I look forward to shorting that is presenting a very nice move in the coming week and month, as we are beginning to see, is the Euro USD. So Euro USD has been bearish lately, and it's been looking very, very nice. However, like I said, it's got to this area. Remember, on this is the weekly time frame, and previously at this major area, the 1.0690 area, there's a major spike to the upside, right? So it's the bone of contention for Euro USD. So my bone of contention for Euro USD is this particular area. Remember, in my last video, I actually said that Euro USD was going to sell. However, we needed to, break out certain areas. And I remember in my video, I said I would only be interested when I see Euro USD trading below this green bar here. And as at today, it's trading. Today is Monday, the 18th of September. So as at today, it's trading right below that. So I'm looking for I'll be looking for potential entry areas just right below this green bar. So what I expect it to do, like I said regarding the pound USD, now if you look at this pretty much on the daily time frame, you can see that, it's not magic. It's a downtrend, right? And our trade line further shows that this is a downtrend. So the truth is, as long as we trade below this trend line, best believe the next target level for Euro USD is 1.0517. The next target level for Euro USD is 1.0517. If this minor resistance level holds, if it holds, the next target level is going to be 1.0517 for Euro USD. However, if it doesn't hold, we can see Euro USD pulling up, to the upside. However, as it is currently, I'm favoring the downside, so I am more confident of shorting the Euro USD market. And you might want to ask, why am I so confident about shorting this market? Because I said it before and I'll say it again. Short term, we have short term buying biases in the last couple of months. However, if you look at it very well from the weekly time frame, or the monthly time frame rather, the top down analysis, like I always preach, now you would see that this is actually a downtrend. Look at the chart very well. This is a downtrend. It's not magic. It's what the normal eyes can see. Maybe it's not all eyes that is normal anyways. But let's not even go too far, right? This is a downtrend because if you look at it from here, let's just draw a trend line from this area. Now you realize that on this major area, because this is the monthly time frame, mind you, just look at it right here. It's a downtrend because at the end of the day, we saw price, came here to just touch the trend line, and this was just a fake out, and you can see what is happening. And on the monthly time frame, this area it looks like a double top, right? Now let me zoom in a little bit so you see clearly. Now if you look at this area, now this is the major blue bar, but because at the end of the day, price just wanted to fulfill technical levels. That is exactly why we had price come here, and then you can see the weak rejection. So this is just fulfilling technical areas, right? And now if you look at it very well, you can see a double top, right? Double top. And double top is actually a double top. Funny enough, it's not even a double top, it's a triple top, yeah? Because now when you look at this area, you can see the touch, first touch, second touch, third touch. Now, the triple top is a reversal pattern, and when we have a reversal pattern happening on the higher time frame, best believe it is going to play out in the long run. Best believe it's going to play out in the long run. And when you look at the monthly time frame as well, like I said, the things I look out for to just further validate my confluences is not much. I don't go around looking for things that are not missing. My trading style is very simple and sweet. My trend line has validated the fact that this is a downtrend market, right? Now let's check out what the fib looks like. Now, if you look at the fib as well, remember I always made mention of the fact that 0.5 to 0.6 area is actually a significant area on the Fibonacci tool. When price comes around this area, there is a crazy reaction, that just plays out. And now we have our trend line. It further aligns with our Fibonacci. And on our Fibonacci, we also have a reversal pattern, right? a triple top reversal pattern that further validates the fact that this market is going to fall. And that is just exactly how I look at the market. Very simple and clear, right? So this is all the things I've seen on the monthly time frame that helps me validate the fact that if I'll be doing anything in this Euro USD market, is nothing more than shorten the market, right? So the only buyers I'm holding on to the Euro USD is a short sell. It's a short sell position. And because I've seen this core things, it helps shapes my idea of what to do. Then what you do is then you scale down to lower time frames. Mind you, I don't take my entries on the weekly or the daily time frame. I take my entries on the 4 hour or the 1 hour time frame. And now when you look at this pretty much, this is the weekly time frame. You can see the selling pressure is very, very high, right? And this is exactly why I said I'll pretty much watch this carefully, because something funny might happen here. We might just see price coming here to cloud stop. We might see something like this happen in the coming week or month, because there's a couple of news coming in the coming week and the coming days actually. So we might see something like this happen. Might see heavy pressure to the upside here, and then before price continue to fall in the actual direction. So when things like this happen, these are actually, sorry about that. What the hell is wrong with my mouse? Sorry. So in the coming days or coming weeks, because there's a couple of news coming up, we might see something like this happen. And when something like this happen, I mean, fear not, because at the end of the day, all that is going to happen is, we might just see price, or should I say market makers, we might just see people or market makers or price just come and then clear all stops just to fulfill technical areas and then continuing its actual overall direction. Things like this happen, and some people call it market manipulation. But for me, like I said, the only thing that will make me trade this market or short this market is this area must hold significantly. If this area, the 1.0691 area, if it holds significantly and it holds well as a resistant level, because if you look, if you look at the chart very well, you realize that we can see market structure playing out, right? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. I need to see a lower high and then a lower low. That is the actual expectation. However, we might, because like I said, we have their upcoming news and in high impact events that is going to be playing out in the coming week, in the coming days actually. So just watch out, okay? Be careful. Don't be in a hurry to jump in or to make an entry. I need to see price fall pretty much well. Let it calm down. I need to see a bearish engulfing candlestick right below this area to short this market. So in the coming week we might see something like this happen. Like I said earlier, we might just see price skyrocket into the upside just to clear out stops and then continue in its overall direction. I'm saying this because I've actually seen this happen somewhat in the market before, and that is why I'm a lot more careful when I'm actually taking my entry positions. So if you look at this on the 4 hour time frame as well, you can see that this is sitting pretty much well. You can see this is sitting pretty much well. So you can see price just come here. If this area holds significantly, best believe the next target level for Euro USD is 1.0517. So that is definitely what I want to be doing. So I just want to see price come here. I need to see a bearish engulfing candlestick right here, and then I would short this market. So that is my brief analysis on Euro USD. So one of the pairs I also mentioned that was going to, one of the pairs I called as well was oil. By the end of the day, out of all the pairs I called in my last video, the only pair I traded was pound USD. Trust me. And that was because I was not actively trading. I was not actively trading. I was just, I was doing other things. So I just traded just pound USD. But of course, the market would always present more opportunities. So I actually forecasted oil in my last video. Go and check it out, right? I forecasted oil and I said the next target level for oil was going to be $92 per barrel. I said that in my last video. You can go and check. Okay, just go to my video and check. I called this in my last video. And how would I do that, or how did I do that? The top down analysis, like I said, I remember oil was trading right, around I think $85 per barrel when I did my last video. And I said I was going to look for significant pullbacks There was no real significant pullback, but the area that pretty much looked pretty well was this area. But yeah, like I said, oil was trading around $85 per barrel when I called the short, right? And when I called this, oil was trading right around here. And I said I was going to look for significant pullback to further, long this market. And as of today, like I said, oil is trading exactly what I mentioned in my last video, that oil was going to trade at $92 per barrel. And today, oil is trading at $92 per barrel. So what is the possible thing that is most likely going to happen to oil? Now, in in making analysis, having analyzed the market, and in calling all this and doing all of that, you need to be careful as well. It's not advisable that you jump on the moving train when the market has left you. You shouldn't be in a hurry to just jump on it and ride. You should always sit down to wait. Now, what is next for oil? Yeah, looking at this technically, you would realize that historically, we can see that this area, the $92 per barrel area, is actually an area of resistance. At this area, there was significant downward movement, right? So definitely we have sellers. Sellers are pretty much on standby in this area. So you need to be very careful, right? You need to be very, very careful. However, if we break the $92 per barrel resistant area and it becomes a significant minor support area, and that area holds, the next target level for oil is actually going to be $108 per barrel. The next target level for oil is going to be $108 per barrel. If we break the $92 support area, the next target level for oil is going to be $108 per barrel. That is exactly going to be my call for oil. In the meantime, if we do not break this support area, I mean, we might just see oil coming down to sit properly. Remember, oil has actually been overbought already. You can see heavy buyers, right? Heavy buyers are just pushing it up. So we might see something like this, If this area doesn't break instantly, we might just see oil. Sorry, let me quickly run a few technical. Sorry about that. Okay, perfecto. Yeah. All right, let me do this. Sorry. Give me a sec, guys. Okay. All right, yeah. So if oil does not break the $92 area, yeah, the next what's most likely going to happen is we might just see a pullback down to the downside to around $84 per barrel. Like I said, if you look at this chart very well, oil has been overbought. We might just see oil coming to just pull back to potentially continue to the upside. Okay, so when oil begins to pull back, you don't need to be very, very worried. Just relax and sit down and wait tight, right? So oil might pull back to the $84 per barrel area to continue to just further prepare to begin to skyrocket to the next target level, which I mentioned is most likely going to be the next target level, which is $108 per barrel. So let me just go to the upside. Let me just have a bird's eye view of what is happening on the monthly time frame. Yeah, so this is just exactly how I go about trading the financial market. The top-down analysis is king, price action is king. Hi guys, welcome back to my screen. I hope I've been able to walk you well and walk you through all the currency pairs I'll be looking in the course of the week. GBPUSD, EURUSD, and oil majorly. So those are the assets I'm looking forward. I'll be paying close attention to in the course of the week and month. I hope you've been able to see how I generate my trading ideas and also make trading focused using this technical analysis, approach. And most importantly, the top-down analysis approach is actually one of the best approach out there. So I bet you're definitely going to make a whole lot of money using this approach to trade the market. So once again, if this is the first time you're coming or seeing my video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe on my YouTube channel, and click the notification button so that whenever I post videos like this and make trade calls, you get them early as soon as possible, and so you can jump with them, because the market waits for nobody. I hope you've been able to take out one or two out of this video. So we'll meet again next time in the coming or following week. Thank you guys, and peace out.